This
person,
conference will now be recorded.
okay. At the start of each meeting, the chairperson shall state the following. Pursuant to the Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GLC 30A 618, and Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the town of Harwich is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided by the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen or view the meeting while in progress may do so, or despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post the record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as we are able. Okay, with that, we'll call the meeting to order. And we have attendees: Paul, Andrew, Eric, Charlie, Fran, Jackie, and a guest, Sally. Welcome. So, under new business, I have approval of the February minutes.
I approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
We don't have any other new business that I know of. So we're on to old business. New signage of the OCRT.
Just a comment. I know a few emails have been back and forth. I kind of like the idea of having some additional signage. Like I think Andrew was saying at the last meeting, you know, towards the high school. Whoops. And I do have a few questions around that. Oh, I wish I had I don't have the last minutes in front of me, but there were like 4 places, I believe, that you were looking for. 2 were at the high school. 1 was to the field. Can you remember, Andrew? Do you have it there by any chance? I don't have it in front of me, or does anybody have it in front of them?
Okay, sure. So what we had listed in the minutes was, let's see, several suggestions were made regarding new and/or improved signage along the OCRT. Someone had said a sign at the Harwich Rotary with directions towards Brewster/Dennis.
Right.
Says more ample signage regarding directions to Monomoy High School, White House Field, where the Mariners play.
Okay.
Maybe signage for bathrooms, beaches, and downtown areas.
Yeah. Before.
And that's all we had, I think.
Yeah. I think it wasn't at White House Field. I did take a walk back there. Yeah, people can't bike down there. I believe it's White House where it kind of drops off like it's paved for about 30 feet as you come off the path, and then it drops down a hill. Or is that the other one at the school?
That's the high school.
Okay. And I mean, you could walk up it, I guess, or walk down it, but I guess it would lead people towards the school if need be. I like the idea of additional signage. I mean, but if you were looking at the school coming down the path, then you'd need what, signs on both sides of the pole? with an arrow pointing. What's your thoughts on that? Any
Andrew?
comments, anybody? You know what I'm getting at? You know, you're coming down. Well, you want people coming down the path and up the path to both see that they've got to go towards the school. So you'd need what, signs on both sides of the pole? That's what I'm trying to.
I don't see that it's a viable path for bikers to come off the trail. Unless you're talking about walkers.
Why would they want to get off there? Is that the way to White House Field for the games, the ball games? Are you thinking, or just if you just want to have a sign, Monomoy High School, you can just have that set back a bit and not be like a street sign, but just announcing that's what it is. But Fran, do you want to steer people there? What are they going to be doing there? You know, unless that's what they want to go to Monomoy High School, run the track or something.
We can bounce it off the link, but I don't think it's necessary.
Are there signs at Thompson's Field off the OCRT?
No.
No.
Charlie, your thoughts?
I might not know where White House Field is. White House Field is where the Mariners play baseball. True. And at least my limited knowledge is, I think you could ride up to that field where you say the refreshment stand is there. I don't know. You know, that's where you'd end up parking your bike. And I think the thought was if you had a family, it might be a reasonable thing to attend the baseball game with your family. So I understand it from that level. And, you know, I'm not sure people would know to get off at that pathway. And I also agree with what Fran is saying. I'm not sure it's a bike path. So my thought would be that what we would really need to do is somebody take it on as a job to go look at that and report back to whether it's a viable trail to ride your bike down there or not. I'm certainly happy to do that.
Okay.
I will take a look at that and see if it's reasonable to think you could ride a bike, and especially a young person across there. The only thing I'm familiar with is a little dirt path there. I don't know if it's or pretty flat. I've never gone down.
Yeah. Like I said, one is very flat, and the other one you gotta go not a steep hill, but you know, maybe if you had a trail bike you could
Right.
go down it, but I don't know if you could go back up it on the other side.
Exactly, and would it be too much for younger folks? You know, if the think about it. So if you want, I will go look at that, and I can report back to the committee next meeting of what my thoughts might be.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Alan sent me an email saying he won't be here, so we don't have anything to report from him. Paul, did you contact Link about the maps?
I I have to admit, I did not. I know we had a couple of emails going back and forth. I'll have to get to him. There was my question, and I know you didn't have any idea. Do we ask? I'm not sure if we need to ask, but we're trying to buy new maps. Okay, we've got them. We've got a new digital. Do we have him do the legwork at UPS, or should someone on our team call them and then have, get a quote and then have him purchase it? Then you know exactly how much to tell him. Hey, we want, and I'm picking a number. We want 1,000 new maps, and it's going to cost X dollars. Do you have a budget for it? I guess throwing it up in the air makes him do all the legwork.
Now, we can do the legwork. I can do the legwork. I know John O'Toole from Chatham said that last year he ordered some from FedEx.
Right.
And I think he gave me a number of what he paid.
Oh, he
the
did?
town.
Okay.
I thought, I don't have the email here, but
Yeah, if you get an idea. I mean, I don't think we need 5,000 of them. We're talking the OCRT here.
right,
And I don't know if 1,000 is enough, but it seems like, yeah, was it FedEx or UPS?
FedEx.
FedEx? And yeah, if you could look that up for the next meeting, Fran, and email me, I'll gladly then email Link and say, hey, you got any monies for any of this? And we can kind of go from there, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't send anything out, like I said, there were a few questions that I wanted to address, things like that. We should do the legwork if we're gonna try to get the money out of DPW. If we can identify, here's what you need to do, and you pay for it, and then he can say yes or no.
And we'll always have the rail trail maps anyway, so we could always stick those into the boxes.
If we have to. You know what? Just a quick. Yeah, we got a quick update. To our guest, I assume you're familiar with the OCRT and the CCRT.
A little bit.
Okay, as long as you are, then you know what we're talking about. That's all. I didn't want you to be in the dark.
Thank you.
Our committee is the Harwich Bikeways Committee, and our focus is just the bike trail from the Rotary through Harwich to the Chatham line. We are an advisory committee, and we inform Link Hooper, who is the director of the Public Works Department, about any problems along the trail that need to be fixed, or any signage that we would like to see. And he takes it from there. We never get into fixing anything on the trail that's broken. And likewise, Chatham has a bike committee that picks up from the Chatham-Harwich line and goes to Kroll Road in Chatham.
Got it.
A couple of years ago, we combined forces and we developed a map of the Old Colony Rail Trail from where it's off of the Bike Rotary in Harwich to where it ends in Chatham. And we try to communicate regularly with the people in Chatham.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Okay. Just to update the committee, I got an email yesterday that I'll need to update them. I think it's going to be I think we're going to have I assume we're going to have another meeting next month. I think it's a day after that they just need an update on the summary of the traffic lights at Depot Street, the ones that were installed, and I'll be doing that. I put out an email to Link to see if he knows all the detailed costs associated with it, and it's just part of something we have to do is just keep them updated until it's, they see the final cost. But what I see on that one is that, we asked the town for $27,000, and they decided, our engineers decided that we didn't need the warning lights. So I think total cost is going to be around probably $13,000, $14,000. So we'll see where that goes. I'll keep you guys up to date, and you can put it on the agenda for the next meeting. I'm sure I'll have all the information by then.
Paul, was that Depot Street or Depot Road?
Depot Street, the one that was installed.
Yep.
Depot Road was approved by the CPC, and so now it's just, forget the steps. It's got to go to the Board of Selectmen and then town meeting for the town meeting to approve it. So that has been approved, and a marker has been approved on the Chatham Harwich line.
And Fran, I just want to admit that this committee does have input about the rail trail as well in Harwich. I mean, I want to get feedback, and I need to know stuff. So it is part of the biking of Harwich, and you should feel like it's your trail, and not that I can try to fix. I'll try to get things fixed mostly. But
Every time I've had a problem, I've taken a picture, sent it to Eric if it was on, and guess what? It got done.
and they're extending it into Wellfleet starting this week.
Great. Eric, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank you for all your hard work. I see you out there all the time. It's no easy task, especially in the fall. And not only you, I've seen several other workers, and they might be the same because they're usually wearing those helmets.
Yeah, there's a Charles Johnson who works. He's going to come on in April again, and he worked every day. He pulled all the poison ivy away from fences.
Yes.
The guy is he's just got skills. He can climb trees.
Yes. Very apparent. And I never miss a chance to say hello to them whenever I can and thank them. And it's really nice. Our trail is in pretty gosh darn good shape. We could talk a little bit about the bumps. I think the bumps, it's a funny thing. Sometimes they seem to be pretty bad, and other times they don't seem so bad. So I don't know. I've been riding it lately, and I don't notice the bumps. I'm just so happy to be out there, I guess.
Well, for planning in the future, my manager asked, and I said repaving, that they have to continually budget money because it's going to just keep happening. And and so I hope that was to go in front of, is it Tim Whalen, who he's chairman of Ways and Means, so she hopefully got that through to them, and they who knows, the state might be hurting for money, but then they spend it too, so you just have to ask, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Most they can say is no.
Maybe we could call it COVID relief.
No, but you know what I'm getting for COVID that I don't even want are hands-free faucets and toilets. Like, it's going to be $100,000 worth of stuff that I don't need. I actually have, just fairly new 2-year-old flushometers in my toilets in the park. So, but no, they demanded hands-free. So that is going to happen next week. COVID. Gotta love it, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got my first shot, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get my second one tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all right. I've gotten my both.
Oh,
Good for
good
you.
for you, Paul.
No issues. So,
I have one quick comment, if I could. I'd like to offer to Mr. and Mrs. Penny to check out the Chatham Harwich Newcomers Club. We have a bike group within that organization. If you just look us up on the net, it's just Chatham Harwich Newcomers Club, and you have to look around and find the biking club. It's not easy. I run the club, and we're going to probably start riding as soon as COVID and the weather allows it. And come join us.
Thank you.
Probably be doing a lot of riding on the trail.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great trail.
Okay. If anybody doesn't have anything else, we can call the meeting adjourned.
and the next meeting will be still everybody okay with April 21st?
Good for me.
Yeah,
Yep. You got send out an email?
yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Fran.
And Andrew usually always puts it in the minutes also.
I'll put it in for sure.
Thanks, Andrew.
Nice meeting you all.
Nice
Thank you.
meeting you.
Thanks, meeting you. Look forward to seeing you on a trail.
I sure hope so. Take care.
All right.
All right,
you
see you
guys.
guys.
Jackie, nice to see you.
Yes, Jackie, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey guys, our guest already signed off. Her name was Sally. What was his name?
I didn't catch it.
Don't know.
Pini. I thought it was P-I-N-I.
The last name, I think, is
Yes.
it's definitely P-I-N-I, but don't know his.
I don't remember him saying what his name was.
Okay, I'll mention guests Sally, Peony, and significant other or something. Okay, no problem.
So. Awesome. Other than that, we'll see each other next month.
Okay, Paul. Be in touch.
Yep. Good night.
Take care, everyone. Good night.
Because I just don't know how to shut this off.